Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Tara. Today I'm doing a get ready with me video because I have work in 2 hours and I really want to talk about a couple of things. So I thought, well, while I'm getting ready for work, I'll sit down and we'll have a chat. I'm going to start with my face first. I've already primed and cleansed and done all of that jazz, and I'm just going to use what I've been using foundation wise. And that's my Dream Satin Liquid by Maybelline mixed with my e.l.f. Cosmetics in the colour Beige. This is Flawless Finish Foundation. So all I do is I pop 2 pumps of that one, and this one's nearly empty, so I've resorted to taking the lid off ever so gently because I've had to tip it upside down. Mix the two because neither actually matches my shade, and this guy's almost out. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about a few things and actually clear a couple of things up. I've promised myself that I was not going to get involved in any of the drama that's going on at the moment within the beauty community. Yep, just mix it up and then we pop it on just like that. Yeah, I promised myself I wasn't going to get involved in any of the drama. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. I just want my YouTube feed to be filled with all the videos of all the beautiful makeup and all the amazing people that I usually watch. But at the moment, it's full of drama videos, and yeah, part of that's my fault for falling down that rabbit hole and actually watching a lot of it. But I've watched it and I'm over it. It needs to stop now. It's not what this community should be about, all the drama. So I'm not even going to get involved. I'm not going to even talk about it. All I am going to say is that I did actually make a video because I thought, like, I'm just going to be honest and transparent. And I thought, well, this is what's trending on YouTube at the moment, and anybody out there that's watching this that does YouTube videos, you know that you need to jump on whatever's trending. It's just how your videos get noticed because people are watching the same thing. And I thought, well, this is what's trending at the moment, so I need to make a video, a reaction video, talking about it. And so I did that. And I uploaded it, I edited it, I uploaded it, created a thumbnail for it, did all of that, and then within 5 minutes I deleted it because after I'd uploaded it, I thought about it and decided I didn't want to be that. I didn't want my channel to become that. I didn't want people coming into my comments and spreading negativity, or people with different opinions coming in and telling me I was wrong or abusing other people. I decided I didn't want that for my channel. My channel's to remain positive, and that's how it's going to stay. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So if any of you did see that video, I apologise. I thought I needed to jump on that train, and then I chose not to. So yeah, from when I deleted it, there was only about 8 people that seen it. So hopefully not too many of you got to see it because it was garbage. It really was garbage. And it's the only video I've ever deleted, and probably the only video I ever will delete. But I just had to think about what it is that I actually stand for and why I want to do this and why I want to get involved in this world of makeup and beauty on this platform, and that is not it. So that's it. That's where we're at with that. And yeah, I'm just so tired of it. We need to move on. The person that's being spoken about is probably suffering a great deal. Everybody's had their say, and I think it needs to be left alone now. We need to move on and get back to what this is really about, and that's beautiful makeup and making you feel good and expressing yourself, whether you're a pro or an enthusiast or a beginner or what. All right, so that's where I'm at with that. So I've just done my foundation, and I'm wearing a really, really light coverage foundation today. The foundation I use can be used as full coverage, but I don't feel like going full glam today for work, so I'm just doing basic makeup. Guys, you probably already noticed, but I got my hair cut. I haven't had my hair cut for so long, and it was so bad. It was in such dire need of help, and I am a hairdresser, but I don't cut my own hair. It's just too hard. So yeah, I went and got it cut today, and I really like it. It's much shorter than I'm used to, but that's what I asked for, and I really, really like it. Tell me what you think. Does it look good? Do you like it? I like it. I think it looks cool. So I'm just popping on a little bit of concealer, just a touch, because my foundation is quite light today, light coverage. So I'm using my Jeffree Star concealer, and I have a mirror here, guys, so I'm just going to look over this way. I'm only going to use a tiny bit, and basically just to brighten up that under eye area, because I don't want the full coverage under my eye, because I'm not wearing full coverage on the rest of my face. So I just think it just needs a touch just to brighten it, but not actually give me that full coverage. So I'm just going to blend that out. How was everybody's Mother's Day? I hope you all had a great day, and I bet you all got super spoiled. I know I did. My boys and my husband spoilt me rotten. I can show you what I got. I got a gold bracelet, and it's beautiful. It's so chunky, but yeah, I love it. It's 10 karat gold, and my husband and boys picked it out for me. I absolutely love it. I also got a really cool makeup case and an alarm clock and a drink bottle and a couple of other bits and pieces. I was very, very spoiled this year. Bless them. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you got for Mother's Day. If you had a good Mother's Day. If you're a mum or a dad or a grandparent or a sibling, or if you're caring for somebody, you deserve some recognition on Mother's Day or Father's Day or both. So yeah, I've just done my concealer. And see how it's just really light. So you can do that. You can use a full coverage foundation and wear it as light coverage. You just don't use as much. And that's what I do. I don't go and buy a separate foundation for full coverage or light coverage or medium coverage, because I can't afford to do that. So I use one foundation and I adjust, or two in this case. And I just, depending on what look I'm going for, is how much I use. I have a new foundation coming actually, and I'm so bloody excited. It's my first non-drugstore foundation, and it should be here in a couple of days, and I will do a review on that when it comes. Okay, so I have to set everything. So I'm going to use, I'm such a dag, I keep all of my new stuff in their uni cartons. I just can't bring myself to chuck the boxes out. So everything goes back in their uni cartons, like all the new stuff. I'm just going to use my Jeffree Star powder. I actually love this. I really love it. Like, the way that it sets everything is really good. So I've just banged it into the lid. And I'm using my new brushes, my new crown brushes. So I'm going to use the powder brush. I'm just going to dip it in. It picks it up on the brush really well. I'm just going to pat it firstly over the concealer. Oh, I still love that smell. I don't know how some people say that they didn't get a smell in these, but I can definitely smell mine. I've got a couple of new products actually, and I forgot to use the first one because I was too busy talking. This is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid, and I was going to use this under my foundation, but I forgot. So I'll do that next time. But I've also got the Maybelline City Bronzer. I really do like Maybelline. I have a lot of Maybelline products, but I am obviously branching out into other more high-end brands. But just because I'm buying high-end brands doesn't mean that I'm going to stop buying my good old Maybelline from the supermarket, because it's affordable. And I can't afford to replace every item of makeup that I own with a high-end brand just because that's what the bigger influencers are doing. That's not what I want to do. So I'm going to use the new bronzer, and it's quite fair actually, and I think it's going to suit my skin tone quite well. So I'm just going to use my new Crown Brush Angle Blush. It's just an angled brush. And guys, these are so bloody soft. I highly, highly recommend going and checking out the Crown Brush website and getting yourself some brushes, especially if you're a newbie, if you're a beginner in makeup and you need to get yourself some brushes. In my previous video, I already told you, like, this whole kit was 25 bucks. And the brushes are phenomenal. Like, I just used the powder brush and it was so bloody soft. So I'm going to use the angled brush and I'm just going to dip it in. The one thing I do find with Maybelline is that they're really powdery. So I don't know if you can see that. They have a lot of kickback. As long as it works on your face though, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to look in my mirror and I'm just going to, I usually just go, sort of suck my cheeks in a little bit. And just give me that little bit of an outline. And then, because it's a bronzer, it's not a contour, I just use that to give me like a guide. And then I just start blending around my forehead. I tend to tap so I don't get too dark, because I don't want it super dark around there. This is a really nice colour, actually. This is really nice. So I'll just tap. And when you put a darker colour on your face, like a contour or a bronzer, it's creating shadows and shortening things. So like when I put it all here, like I saturate it in this area here because I'm overweight, so I've got a really wide face. So when you create shadows here, it creates the illusion of a skinnier face. So that's why I do that. I put a lot in this area and then down in here. And I usually run across my jaw, just underneath my jaw, because it's creating that shadow and creating a hollow look. So, and I'll just show you here, like see how I've got like a double chin here? With your contour or your bronzer, you create a shadow just there on that wattle. And look, it sort of makes it invisible almost. Creates a shadow, and it's not as prominent that way. It's such a cool trick. But these are brand new brushes, so they are shedding a little bit, which is to be expected from new brushes. But yeah, that's it. And because I'm not going super duper glam for work today, I'm happy that it's not too much. It's just a little bit, just enough. Now for my blush, what I've actually discovered is I've got all of these old Colourpop Super Cheeks that I've had for bloody ages and I've never really known how to use them. But this one is the Super Shock Cheek in the colour Churro, and it's like a tan colour, but it works really nicely as like a blush. I might use this one, which is a chisel brush, and I'm just going to swirl it because these are like a wet to dry sort of formula. And I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to pat it in because it's that wet to dry formula. It'll rip up your foundation, so I don't like to, yeah, these brushes have a bit of shedding, which is fine. They just haven't been washed or anything. As soon as you give them a wash, you get rid of all of that shedding. But it just gives you that beautiful glow and sort of adds to your contour, but it gives you a really nice, healthy, dewy glow, which is kind of what I was looking for with this, but I forgot to put it on for my foundation. And I'm not a fan of liquid highlighters because they rip up your foundation. But yeah, that's all I want to use that for. Just it gives you a beautiful glow. I have my other Colourpop blush, and this is a Super Shock Cheek as well in the colour Prenup. I've used this before on my channel. I've only just worked out how to use this as well, but I'm loving this because I've only just started to realise that blush is important in your makeup. I was never a fan of blush before, and I used to probably most of the time just avoid it. It just gives you a touch of colour because I don't want too much colour because I'm not going crazy wild out there with any of my makeup today. I want the focus to be on my new haircut, not my makeup. This is a couple of hairs. I'm absolutely not worried about the little loose hairs coming off the brushes because they're new brushes. So what's next? What have we done? We've done everything except highlighter. So I'm going to go for the trio, and I'm going to use my other Colourpop, which is in Flexitarian. I'm going to use my Deluxe Fan. I haven't used this one either. This is a first for a lot of these brushes, so let's see how she works. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Gives it a pretty sheen. What's everybody else's thoughts on all the stuff that's been happening on YouTube and within the beauty community lately? I don't know. I've kind of got a feeling that most people are finding it at this point, finding it refreshing to see that the YouTubers that they do watch are uploading videos that are totally unrelated to it. I know that for me personally, I am. Some of my favourite YouTubers in the last couple of days have uploaded, and I've sort of dreaded clicking on and watching it and thinking, oh no, they're going to talk about the Dramageddon 2.0, and they've just uploaded one of their normal videos, and I've just gone, oh, I'm so glad that it's just a normal video because I'm sick and tired of hearing it. I'm going to use my Blizzard palette again today for my eyes because I've only played with it just that once, which was like my first impression video. And I really do actually really like it for the price of it. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen my first impression video of this palette and my brushes, I will link it up the top for you. You can click on that and watch. You have to see how this palette works. This palette cost me $11.40 and it's like a hard plastic. It's pretty. It's like all pastel shades and they're all satiny and glimmery. There's no mattes in it, but you can get the matte palettes from them. And once again, because I'm not going super glam today, I'm just going to do something really basic. I might try a couple of the greys because I didn't use any of those the other day. So I might give one of those a go. I'm going to dip into this really dark one. None of these shades have any none of these shades have any names, but they are really easy to work with, and shimmers tend to be easier to work with generally than a lot of mattes. I think that shimmers are much easier to formulate, but oh geez, that's pigmented. Holy crap, that's a lot more pigmented than I realised it was going to be. So I guess we're going to have like a smoky eye, a grey, silvery, smoky eye today. Oh, and by the way, I used a deluxe shadow brush, just a flat brush. It's just pretty much to pack it all down on my lid and just using like the end of the brush to blend out that line, because I'm going to go over the top of it with a chisel shadow, which I'm guessing I should be able to blend a little bit easier with that. So I'll just go in with the shade at the top of that, which is a more silvery grey. Did any of you guys watch my video I posted the other day about the dust storm? Holy shit, that was crazy. And it was actually the same day I filmed the first impressions of this palette. The same day I filmed that video. That was intense, man. I've never seen anything like it, and it just came from nowhere. Like, it wasn't forecast that it was coming. It was just, yeah, it just came from nowhere, and it was scary. And actually, like, the video and the photos don't even do it justice. Like, watching that storm cloud roll in, it was really scary. And my husband got stuck in that on the way home from work, because he actually rang me and he said, oh, have you got clothes on the line? And I said, yeah. He said, you better go out and get them. And he said, while you're out there, have a look over towards the west. So I went outside and had a look up over the west, and I could see it in the distance. So I raced across and got all my clothes off the line, and then ran back inside to grab my phone, my camera. And I ran back out front and I started taking some photos and filming it. And then I rang my husband and I'm like, are you on your way home yet? And he's like, yeah, it's just hit. I'm just locking up now and I'm about to head home. And it takes him about 15 minutes to drive home. And he was out towards like where it was coming from, so it hit him first. After about 25 minutes, I started getting really worried because it started to pick up and it was black. Like, if you see in the middle of my video, it was black out there, and I was getting really worried because he hadn't come home yet. So I was panicking, so I rang him and he didn't answer, and I was starting to really freak out. And then he finally rang me back and he said, oh, it got so dark that I couldn't see, so I had to pull over. And he had to pull over and wait it out and wait for it to pass before he could go any further. So that was pretty scary. There was accidents everywhere because it happened so quickly and people were on the road. People were driving along and it just got pitch black. I mean, like I said, there was accidents everywhere. There was sirens going everywhere. There was police and ambulance and fire brigades driving past. And where I live on like a highway, so just outside of town, and all the emergency services flying past. It was really scary. It was like Armageddon. Like, it was terrifying. And then all of a sudden it started to clear up and then it was gone. Yeah, and we've been left to clean it up, and even now we're still cleaning up dust. There's a fine layer of dust on absolutely everything, not just outside but inside, because the dust was getting in under the cracks of your doors and through your air conditioning vents, and it was just everywhere. And so here at home and at work, we're still trying to clean it all up. It was insane. But if you haven't seen that video, I'll link that video up for you too, so you can go and have a look at that, because that was nuts. Alright, so I've just done a bit of like silver on top of that grey, and whoa, that looks nuts. Hopefully it'll come together, because I wasn't planning on it being that dark. I was telling you I wanted a subtle look for work. I got a bit carried away while I was talking, I think. But what I might do is I might add a bit of colour. Or maybe like just on my inner corner, I might add something a bit brighter. And we'll see how well these lay out without getting wet, because they work really well without being wet. So I think in that corner I might add some pink, because I think pink is going to go really well with the grey and the black sort of colour. So I think that will look really pretty. So what brush am I using now? An oval. Oh, this is actually a lip brush. But you know what I reckon? I reckon there's no rules. No rules with your brushes. I am going to wet it. Give me one sec. So I decided I am going to wet it. And again, I'm using... Oh, this is actually by Rimmel. And it's just Instafix and Go. So it's like a 2-in-1 primer and setting spray that I am using. And when I do run out of that, I really want to try the Morphe setting spray or the Max Fix Plus. I haven't decided which one I'm going to order yet. Yeah, and as for everybody boycotting brands, like, I just think it's just really unnecessary. These brands have major PR teams that sort out any drama, and, you know, if they see an influencer getting into a bit of trouble and they see it as a threat to their business, well, they're going to drop them. They're not going to hold on to them for any reason if they're causing problems. And like, I know that Morphe's under a lot of fire at the moment. People are boycotting Morphe, but I don't see the point. Like, they make really good products that are really, really affordable, and that's all I care about. I don't care about the drama. I don't care about any of that. I only care about getting good makeup for a good price, because I can't afford to buy all the super expensive stuff all the time. And yeah, all I care about is the products. So I am still going to buy from Morphe. What they do with their influencers and the faces of their brand is, you know, their business. And I don't purchase from a business based on that. I purchase from a business because of the quality of their products. And even like Jeffree Star, I love Jeffree Star. He's done some shitty things in the past, but I really, really love Jeffree Star. I love his videos. I love his products. And I think he's really nice. He's really cool. And I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit, because I actually think that he would be a really lovely person, and he gets shat on so much. So I've just added a bit of pink. Like, it's not super opaque, but it sort of has softened that look quite a lot. So I'm a lot happier with that. It was looking a little bit goth. So, and I did run it under there a little bit, like just a tad. I didn't want too much colour under there. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to go too much more crazy with that. Okay, all that's really left now is my eyeliner and my mascara. Somebody wants me to show a close-up of how I do my eyeliner, but I think that the shadows that I've got on at the moment are a bit too dark, so I'll do that I might do that in my next video, which will be in the next couple of days, and I will do it on a nice light base so you can see clearly what I'm doing. Yeah, I just think the shadows are too dark today to really give you a good close look at how I do that. But I'm going to go and do my eyeliner, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've done my eyeliner, and I forgot to do my brows too, so I did them quickly off camera, because I'm still not at the point really where I can do them on camera, because it takes me so long to do them. Because I mess them up every time. Like, one will get perfect the first time, the second one will take me 3 or 4 goes to get it. So all that I've really got left now is mascara, and this is just the L'Oreal Mega Volume Miss Baby Roll, and I think this is a dupe for the Roller Lash. I think that is that Benefit that does the rollerball or whatever it's called, the one that Jeffree Star absolutely loves. I do think this is a dupe for that. Mascara is another thing that I've never tried a high-end brand for mascara. It's always been just drugstore or supermarket. I'm slowly starting to try things from higher end, but it's also expensive, and especially here in Australia, the Australian dollar at the moment compared to the US dollar is really, really weak. So it's costing me an absolute fortune, because I have to pay for most things in US dollars, which is so expensive in Australian dollars. So I'm only really able to get like 1 or 2 things at a time, and so it's taking me a long time to get all of these things, but I'm slowly getting there. You know what I was just thinking? Does anybody wonder, like on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and all that, what all these new words mean? Like, there's a couple that I've just figured out, like stan, like we stan you. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I'm seeing everybody say we stan, we stan, we stan, we stan our queen, or we stan our king, or, and I was like, what the hell does stan mean? And then I heard about it on one of the morning shows here in Australia a while ago, and they were saying that stan, somebody started saying it, and it originated from the Eminem song Stan, and being like a mega fan of Stan proportions, like in the video clip in that song, like Stan killed himself and his girlfriend because he was such a big fan and couldn't handle being ignored or whatever by Eminem, but like being a fan of that magnitude. So that's where that came. One of the other words that I've seen getting around is clout, and I was like, well, that sounds like a food, like sauerkraut, but I'm assuming that's not what it means. And yeah, and I've found out that clout means like when you gain fame or subscribers or followers or likes or whatever off the back of someone else or someone else's fame or notoriety. And you see like people that befriend people for clout. So that's what that means. Like they're being their friend to use them to become more popular or more famous or get more followers or whatever. So that's what clout means. What's another one? Oh, when people are commenting, like I see it on Twitter all the time, and they say whatever they want to say, and then it's just a jumble of letters like SK, SK, KKSS, KKSS, and I'm like, what is that? And it's not like a typo, because I see so many people do it, and I still don't know what it means. Still have no idea. And I don't know if it's like people being cute and using it as a way of swearing. I don't know. No idea. Yeah, so that's one that I don't get. Is there any more I can think of? Yeah, there's lots of things that I see on there, and I'm like, that's like a trend sort of thing, and I don't know what it is. And it'll take me ages to find out what it means. And I don't use them unless I know what they mean. I have not ever said I stan someone, because that to me seems like something that like a 16-year-old would say. So I don't stan anyone. Just for my lips, this is one of my favourites. It's just the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. I really do like this. Although liquid lippies are still not great for me because I have ageing skin and ageing lips. I think it can be okay if you just wear a very fine layer, like a thin layer of it, which is what I find I'm doing that. I'm wearing a fine layer of liquid lipstick instead of like packing it on and doing 4 or 5 layers, because the thicker it is, the more cracked it looks, and it's already dried. Yeah, I just do 1 layer and it doesn't appear as cracked. So yeah, I think that I'm done. Like, I don't know how I feel about this eye look. What do you think, peeps? That's how I did my eyeliner. It went a bit crazy, so I had to go down below as well. Like I connected it down here. I do just use like an eyeliner pen with like a felt tip on it, and I will show you that in my next video. I just wasn't prepared for that today. I didn't think of it until after I'd done my eyeshadow. Yeah. And it's a bit too dark. As you can see, like it would have been hard for me to show you exactly how I apply it on such dark eyeshadow. This grey and silver sort of has like oxidised a little bit purple. But it's pretty. I really do like it, and I like an all shimmer look. A lot of like makeup artists and like the bigger makeup enthusiasts and influencers will say, oh no, you can't do an all shimmer look. Like you just can't do that. Well, you know what I reckon? I reckon you can do whatever you want. You can wear potatoes as earrings if you like, and it's not wrong. There's no right or wrong way to do makeup. If you like something that generally people say you shouldn't use it for that, as long as it's safe and it's not going to actually hurt you, who cares? You just do you, and they can continue doing them. That's it. So yeah, if there's something that you've been wanting to try with your makeup and you're worried that people are going to tell you that it's wrong, don't worry about it. Like, just you do it and you rock it and you own it, because there's no right or wrong way to do it. and there's no good or bad way, and there's no such thing as good makeup and bad makeup. Like, if you're putting just a little bit of makeup on your face, if you're just going to wear mascara without any foundation, or you want to wear just eyeliner without any mascara, that's not wrong. It's you, it's yours. You own it. You wear it how you want to wear it, and don't listen to anybody that tells you that it's wrong, because they're wrong. Well, guys, I'm done. I just, thought I'd do this video today because I just wanted to clear a few things up. I know that there were a couple of you that did see my video that I posted and then removed within a couple of minutes. So I just wanted to explain that. And I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Like, I just changed my mind about the whole situation. And, yeah. Oh, I forgot to spray my setting spray, so we better do that. And that's it. I'm done, and I'm ready for work. I just have to get changed. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my new haircut. Do you like it? Do you hate it? If you don't like it, you can tell me. I've got pretty thick skin. If you do like it, well, that's awesome. But, yeah, I want some feedback. Let me know what you think, and be honest. Okay, guys, I'm going, because I'm going to work now. Have a good day, or night, or afternoon, or morning, wherever you are. And remember to go and do something kind for somebody. At the moment, with all of this bullshit and drama and hating on people and mass exodus, or, just mass disliking of somebody when really it's got nothing to do with you. So when we've got all of that going on right now, go and do something kind for someone. Go and give someone a hug, or send somebody that you haven't spoke to for a while a nice text message just asking how they are, that you're thinking about them. Ask somebody out for a coffee that usually, doesn't have many friends, or just open a door for someone. Put an old lady's trolley away in the car park, or do something nice, because when you make somebody else feel good, it'll make you feel good. I absolutely promise. Love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.